wait a little for people to come on. Today's Tuesday or Wednesday? I have no idea. Wednesday. Mm. Just waiting for people to get on. Music junkie addict. Hey, it's nice to see you. Hi. How are you? Quick question. What are you guys watching on Netflix? Because I just finished what's it called? The Jeff Dahmer thing. And then we finished watching The Watcher, which it says it's based on a true story in New Jersey. I actually I've heard of that house. Not that exact house, but I've heard of that story of someone sending letters and stuff to this house. But this was years ago, many years ago. And they didn't really think it was true, but they made it so freaky. Like, I was scared to watch parts of it. And then the Jeffrey one, I wasn't like, I kept reading things like, oh, I couldn't get past the second or third episode. But yes, everything he did was horrific, but they weren't really like showing a lot of gory stuff. It was like here and there. It wasn't like every other episode or in every episode like I was expecting it to be. Because I can watch like murder mysteries and stuff, but I can't sit there and watch gory stuff. That grosses me out and it scares me. Good. Excited to meet the new baby. I'm so anxious. I don't think anxious is a word. I mean, I think I just want her here already. I'm over not being able to sleep right. I'm I sleep on my stomach and there's like obviously no way to sleep like that right now. It's impossible to walk. I'm waddling. It hurts. Everything hurts. I just want to be able to crack my back. And of course, I want her here. Her little snuggles. Yesterday, Blake was like, "Oh, I want my baby. I want to carry my baby." And then today, I usually walk around with my shirt up. I don't know if you can see like that. And Noah was like, "Can she hear me through your belly button?" I was laughing. I was like, "No, she can't. Or maybe she can a little." But he thinks that she's just like listening to everything through my belly button. Hi, Vet. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Caught alive. Oh my god, your baby will be with you for the holidays. Yes, she will. And I'm always tired. I take the boys to school in the morning. I've been doing everything. I did my nails just in case. I did them they look a lot. There you go. That's the actual color. But I did my nails and then I went to my doctor's appointment today. I go every week now. So I did that. And by the time I came home, it was like 1:30. And I ate a little bit. I snacked here and there. I kind of cleaned a bit. And I went to sleep at like 2-ish, like 2:30. Woke up at like 3:10 in a different universe. I keep doing that every day. I'm having like that routine where I'm going to sleep around 2 and I wake up at like 3-ish. It's like my little nap. And then I go and I get the boys from school. But that's what my life has been. Question. I think I mentioned it in my last video, but I applied for disability because my doctor told me that I could at this point. 4 weeks before giving birth, you can apply. Yes, I did speak about this. Um, but it's been, let me see, get the calendar. One, two, three. It's been 8 business days since I applied, and I keep checking my claim status, and it keeps saying that it's undetermined. Like I need to get paid something because obviously bills don't stop coming in. So have any of you had any experience with that or like maternity leave? Like how has that worked for you? Because I did read that there's like a 7 week, like not a 7 week, a 7 day like waiting period. And then on the eighth day, you're supposed to like get something. But I haven't even gotten the debit card. I haven't even gotten, it hasn't even been determined what my status is. And I read someone else that it could take 2 to 6 weeks, and I cannot wait. I have bills to pay, holidays are coming, a whole baby's coming. Hmm. I may ask the question again when there's a lot more people because you guys are pretty quiet today. I have, I've gotten a lot of stuff for her. Not like us, but like it's been given to us. We got the baby, I don't know if it says, if you say it Bjorn, I think it's Bjorn. We got the little bouncer. Oh, I'm sorry. We got that little bouncer. Um, what else did we get? We have a ton of clothes. I have the bassinet filled with clothes. I have her bag ready. I don't have my bag ready. Maybe I should be doing that. Um, Yesterday I had like a little false alarm. So my friend was like, "You have to eat spicy food." Like, you read those things: spicy food, pineapple, raspberry leaf tea, all of these, like, I don't know if they're old wives' tales or just like little things that people tell you to eat, or like to eat a lot of dates. Um, and what's it called? So I was like, yes, let's go eat. I love Mexican food. So I got some enchiladas, and I told the girl, like, give me the one that's the least spicy one because I don't know the difference between the red and the green sauce. So she gave me the one with red sauce. I was fine. I had lunch at 12. By 4 o'clock, I couldn't move. I had a pain, like, let me show you, like all over here, like on the right side of my stomach. I couldn't even walk for about 5 hours. Like I went and I picked up the kids with my mom. I dropped off a cable box that I have to return. And I was basically like, I'm the type of person that I don't like to tell people when I'm in pain because I just don't like to alarm people if it's nothing, especially being pregnant. If I tell my mom that my stomach is hurting, she'd be like, let's go to the hospital. And we have the boys in the car and they were hungry and it was after school. And I wasn't going to do that. So I was like, let me go home. I didn't even tell her that I was in pain. She kept looking at me all weird, but I was just like doing my thing. I would like, whenever she would break in the car, I was like holding on, like it was hurting a lot. But I knew they weren't contractions because they weren't down like in my pelvic area. It was like on the side. So, Google. Preeclampsia, they said if like you get pains on the upper quadrant on the right side of your stomach, it could be preeclampsia, it can be indigestion, like so many things. It wasn't Braxton Hicks music because I get those all the time. And my entire stomach like gets hard or it's like one specific area and then it stops. And then I know what Braxton Hicks feels like for me, like my stomach gets hard and then it gets soft and then it gets hard and I can feel it move like in between. But no, this pain wasn't going away at all for hours. Um I can barely like take a deep breath in. I couldn't cough, I couldn't walk or else it would like kill me. Like the pain was so bad and I called the delivery doctor that was on call. And she was like, maybe it was what you ate today. Maybe you have indigestion. She told me to take 2 Tums, to drink a ton of water, to walk around the house. And I did that, and like an hour later, I was fine. So I'm guessing it was what I ate. She was like, lay off the sauces, lay off the cheese. And I was like, no, but that's what I like. I love cheese. Being this is your third, child labor may come early. Pack that bag. I will. Because yesterday, when I was going through all of that, I was like, crap. Like, I couldn't move. My boyfriend was working. And I was like, I don't even have my bag ready. So, as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to try to put some things aside. I'm going to tell him to do the same because, I mean, he's working. He can do that tomorrow. But I couldn't even, like, I was like, should I pack my bag? But I couldn't even move to do that. That's how bad the pain was. I hope like this delivery happens quick. Um because I'm scared. It's always a scary thing no matter how many you have. It's because you're just going into a situation where you don't know what could happen if it's like a 72-hour thing, if it's a 3-hour thing, if it's a C-section, if it's normal. Hopefully, everything goes out fine and it's nice and peaceful like it was for Noah's. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. But every time I get checked at the doctor, like today I got checked, and after I was in so much pain. Not for long, but it hurt to walk for about like 10 minutes and then I was okay. But I feel like I'm a lot more sensitive right now. So let's see. I'm not even sleepy. I'm like wide awake since I took that nap, but I'm just constantly yawning. Are you excited? Are you getting excited? I am. I want her here already. Hopefully you're getting some good night's sleep in. I am. I'm sleeping through the night really good. Last week I wasn't. Like I kept waking up. There was a day where I woke up at every hour except 6 o'clock. Felt horrible. Like everything, every little noise was waking me up. Every time my boyfriend moved, I would wake up. Are you gonna have a midwife? I'm not. My hair looks really short in this. I'm not gonna have a midwife. I love my nurse. Hopefully, I mean my OB. I hope she's there. She says she has a test on my due date. 15, 16, 17. She was like, I'm going to be taking tests. So I don't know if I'll be there, but hopefully she comes before, and I hope so. Oh, sorry, guys. Her husband is also an OB at the same practice. So she was like, if I'm not there, he'll be there. And I know this girl that had her baby in August and he delivered the baby, and she said that he's exactly like her, like super sweet and gentle. So if she's not there, I hope her husband's there. Are the boys excited to have a sister? They are. I mentioned earlier that yesterday Blake was like, oh, I want to carry my baby. And then Noah today was asking me if she can hear us through my belly button. Your baby girl's almost here. So excited for you. Thank you. Wait, you're pregnant? I haven't seen your videos in a while. I am, Anna. I have a big old belly and she's almost here. I'm on my laptop. So there's my belly. I look like a basketball. All right. I think he had a little dream because he was like kicking. Yeah, I'm pregnant and she's almost here. I've been really moody too, like lashing out at my boyfriend, crying over everything, these hormones. I'm scared for my, that hormone dip after you have a baby because it's like a big change. And I'm crying a lot now. So I can't even imagine what I'm going to be after, but hopefully I'm good. With Noah, I definitely had the baby blues. I was crying like every day for like 3 or 4 weeks, all the time. And I loved him so much. And it was just that I wasn't getting any sleep at night. I was having intrusive thoughts that were horrific. And like, I would have people come in all the time. My mom would always come and clean and help me with food. Um, in the beginning, like the first month or two. And I would appreciate it, but I wanted my alone time. But at the same time, when the sun would set at like 6 or 7, I would get like this fear in me of being alone. And I never had thoughts of like hurting him, but I always had like, I would be holding him at night, like giving him a bottle. And out of nowhere, I would have like this vision or something of him like falling and cracking his head and just like getting hurt so bad. It was horrible. But then after like I said, after like 3 or 4 weeks, all of that went away and I started feeling better. I think it was just like the hormones, the lack of sleep, a big change to your life. Then with Blake, I didn't go through that. Everything was so much better. But we were also during COVID, and me and the dad were locked in together, and I feel like I had a lot more help in the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Carmen, long time no see. Congratulations on the baby. Thank you, Melissa. I get these in every live. You're pregnant? People that haven't been on in a while, they're come on and then surprise, I'm pregnant. I'm actually hungry. I mean, not hungry, but I kind of want a snack. I want some fried calamari, bruschetta, bruschetta. Mmm. There's no way I'm getting that now. Mm. I think you guys will see more of me now that I'm home, and I'm excited for that. Especially after the baby comes and the boys are in school and I'm here with her. Oh, maybe I'll have a little more time to go on lives and stuff. We'll see. So, who is watching the Parkland shooter trial? Because I catch up on it like every now and like every other day. I'll watch the footage of it. They stream it on I don't know what YouTube channel, but it always pops up for me. It's like the first thing, and I watch it. And the defense, they're a hot mess, and they're so rude to the judge. That judge is gorgeous. Like her jawline is amazing. I find her so pretty. I feel horrible for the parents. They had to sit there for so long hearing like details of how their kids were murdered. And then there's a whole fiasco with the defense. I'm not quite sure what happened with two of the jurors. I'm surprised that they like put their names out there. It's hard to believe the defense would be so disrespectful. Yeah. Especially the blonde one, the one who speaks for all of them basically. I cannot stand her. Like every time she gets up, she's so like fresh. I get it, it's their job. That's their job to defend him, but they definitely didn't show no sympathy for the families. I think one of them, Joaquin's sister, said that they didn't even look at them once. One of them actually flipped off the judge. I didn't see that. I really didn't see that. Who was that? I did see that, I believe yesterday she sent one off to the back of the courthouse or the courtroom, I mean. And he kept coming back and like it just sounded like she was speaking to a 3-year-old. It sounded like me talking to Blake. When was that? The defense, the curly haired girl. Wow, what a mess. I the statements of the family today were pretty powerful. Like Joaquin's dad, Joaquin's sister. Yesterday Joaquin's mom had a lot to say. And that's when things got crazy when she said karma's going to get all of you. And I think she was the one who kind of mentioned their kids and that's what triggered all of them. But listen, like you all have your children, you're all safe at home. These people lost their kids and they're allowed to feel the way they feel towards this guy who did all of this. What do they want for them to feel bad for him? Are they crazy? I saw it on YouTube, not live. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get a little ice cream or something because I'm starving. I'm not starving at all. I want a snack. Ugh. Be right back. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. I love these. The Mickey Mouse ice cream. I get it for the boys all the time. Sometimes for me too. So let me ask a question now that there's a few more on. Has anybody applied for what's it called? Temporary disability. And how long did it take for it to come in effect? Because I applied for it 8 business days ago and there's still not a decision on my claim. And I need to get paid. I had never applied for any of that, so I had no clue what the process was. Nothing. Because if I knew that, then I would have pushed another week of work, so I would have gotten paid my 2 weeks. But I didn't. You guys are so quiet. This has turned into a mukbang. I look crazy. Did you guys see that rapper that got murdered from Migos? I didn't really know him. Like, I know Quavo and I know Offset because of Cardi B. I knew there was a third one, but I didn't really know his name. But geez, people are so insensitive. They posted a video of him like laying on the ground with his brains blown out, basically. Just sucks that anything happens and the first thing people do is take out their phone. Like in my county, we have this page. I'm not going to say the page of it because but it's called our county. It's just basically our county's name. And anything that happens, they post it. Like there's everything. There's an accident like every day posted on that. There's cars that have flipped posted on that. I don't know if you guys are having issues with lantern flies, but there's an area in my county that's completely infested. People post them all the time. There was a post like 2 months ago, this girl like coming out of her building and they were just like all over the ground and she had to like run out. She was like screaming. That was posted on there. The other day there was this lady walking a duck on a leash. Like just crazy things that happen in this town. And like every time there's something, you're like, geez, is it on this website already on Instagram? My friend always says, first of all, I'm scared to get in a car accident. And second of all, I'm scared of like ending up on that page because every car accident, there's someone recording it. I saw it on YouTube, not live. I'm gonna have to look for it. These just make me want to go to Disney. I love Disney. It's just gotten so expensive, especially like the fast pass thing. I think that was removed and they added like a genie thing. I did use it last year, and I can't remember if I paid for it. Maybe I did, but it's just insane. Like the fast pass, you would just like book your times and stuff and get to them. I think I remember you would look at a ride, and it was like if it's like a 60-minute wait, you would click on it, you would get like a notification when to go, and then you couldn't get another one until you were off of that ride, which is fine. And I feel like that works, but now they're charging for all of that. Aside from the crazy prices of the park, it's sad because there's so many families like that the kids all they want to do is go to Disney, and so many people can't grant that wish for their kids because it's so expensive. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. Did you resign from your job? No, I didn't. There's no way I could do that. I applied for disability because my doctor told me that they're like giving it to you now 4 weeks before birth. So she was like, you should take advantage and go on now. She told me this like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I really don't want to, and I don't find the need to. Like, I want to work as much as I can. But then last week, I was just like over it. Everything was hurting. And I was like, you know what? Let me just apply. So I'm basically like on maternity leave now, but it hasn't gone through yet, like anything. I'm only 50 and can remember going to Disney. I'm like out of breath. I'm only 50 and can remember going to Disney a few times a year with my kids. Florida residence was only $20. That was around 1994 to 2000. Oh my God. You know how much I paid last year? Just for me, it was like 150. For the kids, it was like 130 or 140 per kid. And I didn't take Blake because he's too little. I took Noah and my nephew. I took him for one day. That was a lot. It was a sacrifice. I definitely had to save up for that. We didn't eat at the parks. We took sandwiches and snacks, but that's a crazy amount of money. Just two kids, it's basically $300 for one park one day. I'm only an hour and a half away. I don't think I'd ever pay that much to go. My sister lives like 25 minutes away and she's never gone with her kids. And she's been there for like 3 years. Hmm. Will you be able to apply for paid family medical leave from your job if you apply for disability? I have no idea. I'm like completely lost with all of this. And like the big boss, she had ear surgery, so she's been gone for a few weeks. So I haven't been able to like sit there and ask her all these questions. 2 weeks of family medical leave is paid. Parental leave immediately after the birth of your baby. So let me go on their website, on the New Jersey one. When I go off onto another website, am I still on the live or does it freeze? Like I opened another little window. If I leave this window, do I freeze? Hello? Do I freeze, guys? Can you please let me know? Because I want to read off of the other page. If not, just grab my phone and look at it through there. This tag that's bothering me. I'll just grab my phone. Give me a second. You guys are not answering me. I don't freeze. Thank you, Pat. Okay, so let me read it off. The one that I applied for, temporary disability for pregnancy. It says it provides cash benefits for expectant mothers when they need to stop working before giving birth and while recovering after. And then they told me that as soon as the baby's born, I would have to let them know. And then, ugh, I can't move. Give me 1 second. Fix myself. So they said I would have to call them, let them know that the baby's here, and then family leave starts. I believe that's 12 weeks. Parental leave is paid by your company you work for. The rest of the FML will be paid from your accrued sick or vacation days. I'm still confused. Isn't like what I applied for, temporary disability, coming off of like, from what I understand, it comes off of from what I have worked for the past year. It said from 2021. Because my job doesn't really doesn't pay for any of that. Did I know? I'm so lost. Hi, Victoria. How are you? Rhea and Brian. You just Rhea before? Yes. FML is a total of 12 weeks. The first 2 weeks of that 12 weeks is parental leave immediately after the birth of your baby. Ooh. I have to really like talk to her and figure it out. Yes, I was just Rhea before. Who's Brian? Is that your husband? Look at you, Rhea and Brian. I have to really like when she gets back, should be soon. Do you accrue sick vacation days at work? Yes, we have 15. I believe I've used like 8 of those. They don't really like call it sick vacation days. They're just like our personal days, and we get 15 of those. We get paid for it. But I believe I've used around like 8 of them. You know what? You're so right. I have to go and ask about that, see how many days I have left. Because it's like counted on a sheet, and I have to look at it. And she should be able to pay me if I still have like 7 days left. Will this be your last baby? Absolutely. I spoke to my doctor about it already, and that's it. I think I kind of mentioned it a while ago. So the hospital I'll be giving birth in is a Catholic one, and it's not by choice or anything, but it's just like the hospital where my OB practices. And that's where I had Blake as well. I had Noah in another one, and it was amazing. But then I went to the same OB office for Blake, and they had told me that they stopped working there and they moved over to this hospital. And I was like, whatever, it is what it is. I'm going to stay with my same OB. I did not like them at all, but it's what was in my area. It was just convenient. Um, and then I found her, like just word of mouth, asking people, and she's just amazing, and she just happens to work at that same hospital. Um, and I told her like I think 2 visits ago, I was like, what's the procedure? Like what can we do? Because I don't want any more babies. And she told me like she was honest, and she was like, this is a Catholic hospital. They have Catholic beliefs, and they don't really approve any of that. But she was like, we're gonna put the request in. You do have 3 kids. This would be your third child, and you are already 31. I'll put the request in. But she was like, if they don't approve it, then she can refer me to a doctor at the other hospital where Noah was born. And I was like, okay, let's do this. Let me know. It would be so convenient because she said even if it's vaginal, they can like do whatever they have to do there at that moment when Leia's born. Or if it's not approved, then I'll have to wait the 6 weeks and get it done at the other hospital, which is kind of a pain because I'll be just recovering and then I gotta go in for something else. But I cannot risk it. I don't want another one. 3 is enough. Yes, that's my hubby. I got a tubal ligation also after my third baby. Is that the one that's done like laser, like by your belly button? She told me about three different ones. But there's like a laser one, there's one that leaves like two or three little scars that are tiny. And then there was one more that I can't really remember. Oh, I'm excited. Yay, caught the live. Hi, Marie. How are you? You know what? I've been to New York so much this summer and I've completely forgotten to like message you about the restaurant. Sin Igual, I believe. Aw, there's a lot of people who haven't been on in a while. That's nice. Congratulations, girl. Is this the same daddy to your boys? No, it's not. I haven't seen your lives in a long time. They haven't seen their dad in almost a year. In January, it'll be a year since the last time they saw him. But no. Yes, I got the one where they did two small incisions. It was my first surgery ever, and it was not bad. Oh, that's good. I've never had surgery for anything either. So that's good to hear. They told me, I've heard of that it's not that bad and the incisions aren't that big. I'm good. How are you? Here, waiting for Leia to come out. Let me know when you're in New York again. I was just there on Friday. Anytime your dinner is on me. Aw. Remind me again, do you work there or you're in California? I'm glad it's not him. Can't believe that what he's doing to the boys. A year? Yep. It's gonna be a year in January. But thank goodness Noah doesn't really ask for him anymore. Blake doesn't know who he is, so he's not missing out on anything. Was Noah happy to hear it is already November? Yes. He keeps asking me if the baby can hear us through my belly button. It's the funniest thing. And he'll like stop. I just showed you guys my belly. But I'm usually walking around like this with my shirt up because everything just bothers me. And he'll like stop and touch my belly. And like yesterday, I mentioned I was in a lot of pain, but it was nothing. I guess it was just indigestion or something that I ate really bothered me. And every time I said, "ow," he would be like, "what?" Like he would freak out for me. Hope you have a safe delivery. Thank you. Oh, little ballet slippers. So that is always sending me those. I think he's kind of freaking out, guys, because we've been, I don't want to say fighting. We've been having disagreements constantly, like the past 3 days, and he's someone to like really shut down when we have a disagreement. Like, I will shut down for a little. I need my space, at least for an hour. I told him this today. He can shut down for like 2 or 3 days and like be in his own bubble. And then I'll be here like questioning, like, what is he thinking? Like, all these things. But I just think he's like freaking out because she's almost here. And I don't know what to do to help because I feel like it's like inevitable. She'll be here any day now. I feel like he's freaking out over everything, like he's overthinking everything, over finances, over just everything that has to do with the baby, which is normal, I guess, for a first time dad. But here I am, like, baby number three, let's get her out already. While he's excited, like, he really wants her here already, too. But lately, he's been, like, short fused. And here I am, sensitive, crying over every little thing. We, like, butt heads. I'm the senior facilities manager for corporate office. I run 70 restaurants. Wow, Marie. But do you live in California? For some reason, I feel like you live in California. That is the cutest. Yes, praying for a safe labor and delivery, Carmen, and for a healthy baby Leia. Thank you. Hello from the Windy City, Chicago. Not new to your channel, just new to say hi. Wishing you the best, Carmen. Aw, Zoila. Thanks for saying hi. A lot of people just watch quietly, which is fine. But I would rather like have a conversation and get to know you guys. Like Marie, Tuta Victoria, Ria. I'm so used to talking to all of you girls. I should make a list of the things that I need. I thought I had one, but I don't think I do. On my last note, the very last note, I wrote on March 20th, 2020 at 4:11 p.m. I'm gonna read it to you guys. It said, I had my baby boy today. This is my second, and it's true what they say. The second one comes so quick. I had period-like cramps for a few days, so I knew something was up. Right before bed, I packed up my hospital bag and went to sleep. In the morning, my toddler woke me up as usual. And when I got up, I felt a tiny gush. It was my mucus plug. I also felt very faint contractions. An hour later, at 9:15, my water broke while on the phone with my mom. It felt like a small water balloon pop, and it moved an inch, and it happened like the movies. The big gush of fluid just kept coming out. When we get to the hospital an hour later, around 10ish, I was already having bad contractions and at 4 centimeters. At 11:30, the anesthesiologist walks in to put the epidural, and I yelled, "No, I have to push." The anesthesiologist runs out, and the doctor runs in. They checked, and I was indeed ready to push. An hour of pushing, I had my little Blake at 12:59. I had my first son with an epidural, so I only felt pressure. But this time, I'm not going to lie, it felt horrific. But everything was just so fast, I was in disbelief. I remember writing this in the hospital. I was like, let me write everything down before I forget the whole experience because it does become a blur after a while. Let me see. I thought I had a little. Oh, yeah, hospital bag. I put body wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, a brush, my chapstick, a little bag of makeup. I just want to be able to look a little put together, maybe do my eyebrows. My slippers, PJs, and an outfit to go back home. That's all I have for me. I have her bag ready, and I'm not even quite sure. I feel like her bag is good. I just need to add socks in there. Um, I don't have like a. I do have two swaddles. Uh, I mean, they give you everything at the hospital, but you know what? I gotta add a towel, a blanket maybe for him because it does get cold, and those little blankets they give you are no joke. Yes, I'm in Cali. I wish I wrote my births like you did. My sons are now 34 and 25. Aw. Is it me or does it become a blur like after a while? That's why I wanted to write it down. I wanted to make sure I had it like every little detail. I remember being in the hospital, I had him, I took a nap after, and then later on I woke up and I was like, let me write this down really quick before I forget it all. Does hospital give mothers anything? They do, but you'd rather be comfortable with your own stuff sometimes. Like, I need a robe, but I don't even have one, and I don't think I'm gonna buy one anytime soon. Um, Robes are important in the beginning, I feel like, at home, especially. But I'm definitely taking my PJs. They give you that gown, but that material is just so rough. You'd rather take a shower and be comfortable with your own PJs. Um, I usually take bathroom slippers because I don't like taking a shower and just sticking my feet in there. Let me see if I have that. Yes, I do. Um, what else? They give you like a little basket of the mesh underwear, the tux pads that you put, the giant pads that you wear. So yeah. For the husbands, boyfriends, they don't really give you anything. They just give them that chair that turns into a bed and it's like a rock. So I'll tell him to take a blanket, his PJs, snacks. Because yes, there's vending machines, but it's better to just take things that you like. Make yourself as comfortable as you can. Ugh. No, I remember all three of my kids' births like it was yesterday. I remember them, but I just wanted to like write every little detail. Like I constantly forget that Blake was born at 12:59. I remember my water breaking at like 9ish, and I was on the phone with my mom, and I had like a bowl of cereal in my other hand. And as soon as I went to sit down, it felt like a water balloon pop. My oldest is 17. Aw, how is that 17-year-old with you? Does he or she behave? 'Cause that age is not easy at all. Yes, my memories of the experience are fading away. Aw. The hospital gave my husband free meals. That's awesome. I did not even, I feel like I barely ate with Blake because it was COVID. So I had him the same week as lockdown happened in New Jersey. So they weren't making any warm food. Everything was like cold cuts, everything was cold. It was like bagels and stuff, sandwiches, cold cuts, like I said. And that was it. And I don't remember them giving him any of that. Oh. I think he went out to get food and he brought it in. Yep, details like what time my sons were born is a total blur now. But it's okay, Ria. Your kids are 34 and 25. I should remember a little more. Mine are only 5 and 2. He's really good. Sometimes we bump heads, but for the most, he is more than I asked for. Oh, that's really nice. I hope to have like an amazing relationship with my kids. Noah is super easygoing. Now he's starting to catch a little attitude now that he's in kindergarten and there's new kids around him and I'm not around him anymore like I was before. So I'll tell him to do something and he'll be like, no. And I'll just turn around. I'm like, where's his attitude coming from? Because he's not like that at all. He's very easygoing. Like I'll say, Noah, can you go throw this out? Yes, mommy. Like everything is like, okay, mommy. But now he's like, no. I'll tell him, shut off the TV. It's time to go to bed. No, I'm not done. And I'm like, where is this attitude coming from? But kids get exposed to so many different other people during the day. It's bound to happen. Mm. What are you guys watching on Netflix? I need something new to watch. I just watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I just finished watching Watchers. Those two were good. I was back on watching Friends again. I don't mind watching Friends, but I feel like I want to watch something new. Mm. Can you guys take your guesses? I have a little calendar that we took to my baby shower. It's like a dry erase board, and my friend just wrote the date on it. And everybody wrote their guesses on it. One of my best friends said the second. She's the one who made me eat Mexican food yesterday. I mean, she didn't make me because I love it. She just like suggested it. And then we went. So when I told her yesterday at like 5, I was like, I'm not feeling good. She was like, yes, do you want me to take you to the hospital? She was so excited. And I was like, let's relax. Let's give it a little and see what happens. So she already lost. And I don't have anybody else, so I believe the next guess is the 6th. Friends never gets old. After watching every episode, I wait a while and start them over. Classic. I haven't seen it in about maybe a year or two, and we just started it again. Luckily, my boyfriend loves Friends as well, so we'll sit there and watch it, and it's just so funny. I used to absolutely hate it when I was a kid. Like, I remember it popping up, and I'd be like, ugh. Like, I used to think it was just so boring, and I never gave it a chance. And on top of that, I was small when it came out, so I couldn't really relate to any of the jokes and stuff. But now that I'm older, I love it. November 9th for Victoria. If you haven't already, don't watch the first episode of the new House of Dragons show on HBO, Game of Thrones spinoff. The birth scene is traumatizing. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I'm one of those people. I'm the 1% that has not seen it once. Not one episode. That's my mom's B day. She's a feisty Scorpio. Um, every time I tell people my due date is the 15th, they're like, "Oh, that's my birthday," or the 16th is my birthday, or the 14th. There's a lot of birthdays in November. Just cancel Netflix. I think I have 2 or 3 days left before it goes away. I did want to watch The Watcher, but may not make it before my accountants. Start watching it, Rhea. I liked it. It was interesting and it's about a true story. I'm not sure if it's true in New Jersey. My friend did tell me that she has a coworker that lives in that town and they always say that there's like weird stuff going on there. You should watch it. My wife is pregnant too, and that episode was brutal. Oh man. What is your due date again, Carmen? The 15th. It's okay. I'll be the 1% with you because I've never seen it. Oh, the 15th. Yes. November 8th for your baby girl. Love your lives. Aw, you do. I feel like I bore people here. I always got comments like, why don't you do more videos? I suggest you do this, this, and that. You can make more money off of YouTube. And yes, I can definitely like do more videos of other stuff. But like I've always said, it's hard when you have kids. And so many YouTubers do it, but it's a full time job. And I'm pregnant right now. I don't want to sit there and like edit videos and stuff while I'm tired or sleepy or have to do something. I'm a Scorpio also. Put me down for the 11th. I give you a few more days. November 5th, hopefully. I just want her out. She's evicted. I can't wait to have my body back, to be able to sleep on my stomach. Like, that's the number one on my list. Just sleep on my stomach. I'm tired of sleeping with a million pillows around me. I have one, two, three, four right now. I sleep with one on my head. I sleep with one in between my legs, with one like on the side of my stomach. It's just ridiculous. And I didn't want the body pillow because I had that with Noah and it was just not comfortable at all. It was the same thing as putting these pillows all over me. Oh. What did you think about the Jeffrey Dahmer? I found it super interesting because it makes you really think like the whole nature versus nurture thing. Was he born like this? Or was it his environment? Or was it both? I think it was a little bit of both because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but a little spoiler alert. um his dad, from what the show made it seem, his dad just seemed as sick as he was because you see a pattern in these like murderers who as kids they just like love dissecting animals or killing animals and what's it called, they just have like a fascination with that, with like animals dying or just killing them and stuff. And the dad was like encouraging it. Like he would go with him and pick up roadkill and they would dissect it and just like touch everything in it. And like, who does that with their kid? That's just gross. I get it. He wanted to teach him something, but there's like a lot more that you can do. then going around town and looking for dead animals to cut open. Um, his mother as well. She had a lot of issues. I feel like she had like severe postpartum depression. She also had like a lot of mental issues. It was just like an unstable home for him. They were always fighting. He was always in the middle of that. But at the same time, like he himself like did things that no normal kid at his age would do. I just found the whole thing interesting. It was also interesting how you got like the story from the victim side. Towards the end, it turned a lot more into the victim side of it. But I liked watching it. It's unfortunate that it happened to so many young men. It's unfortunate that nobody listened to the neighbor who was trying to tell police officers, especially I believe it was his second murder victim that she almost saved, and the police took him back in to Jeffrey. Basically, like there's a truck passing by. Basically, like handing him on a platter to Jeffrey to kill, and they got away with it. Mm, I've been watching It's Judy's Life on YouTube for over 10 years. I don't know how Judy does it with kids. I know. I haven't been watching her for 10 years, but I watch her here and there. And I was really watching her like 2 years ago when we were in quarantine and I first had Blake. Is she on like baby number 4 or 5? I was surprised when I saw the reveal of her last baby, and I just realized like a month ago. I know she has Juliana, the twins. Is this a fourth one? I don't know. She had a miscarriage. It's because it's their full time job. They've been doing it for so many years. They're used to it. Benji helps her a lot. And it's just a part of their lives now. But yeah, it is a lot. I also follow Erin Williams. She's a little, she gets to be like on the political side sometimes. And people bash her for it. I just find her funny. But she kind of stopped doing videos on YouTube because she feels like she's censored a lot and they don't she can't be monetized for a lot of the things that she says. So she like made her own website. She has like people record her and follow her around and she has like a monthly subscription, which is smart. She's made a whole clothing business out of it. Like she's being business savvy. I don't watch Tara Henderson. I watch her every now and then. I do follow her on Instagram. Uh Tara's another one that she's like been really smart about it and made a whole clothing line out of her YouTube channel. Who's another one? Liza Adele. It's like a whole little group. Aaron, Tara, and Liza were all friends, but I don't think they're friends anymore, none of them. Liza is more like me, I feel like very chill, low key. People like also come at her because they're like, all you do is post videos of your groceries and you don't do much. But it's her life. Like, what do you want her to go skydiving every other week? She has 3 kids. Not much you can do. Never boring, you're such a sweet lady. I was born on the 11th day of the 11th month, and I was the 11th child. Wow. That's a big family. You thought that too, Victoria, about the show? My guess is the 17th. I think you will be super late. No, I don't want to be super late. I don't know. Girls are usually a little more stubborn and she might want to stay in. I say the 16th day after due date. Oh, but hope for sooner. Please. She has been stubborn this entire time. I have not been able to see her face. I think since like the first, the first ultrasound, it's like they look like a bean. And then by like the second or third time you got checked, they look a little more human. I think that was the last time I was able to like really see her face. Every time we go, she has her hands on her face. Today I got one where you see like her fingers. You see her five fingers. The doctor was like, "Well, at least we know she has five fingers." um there was one where she's like this and all you can see is like the tip of her nose and her lips. Um, there was another one where she's like this, and all you can see is her forehead. I haven't been able to get a good one of her face. I went to the hospital last week because they told me that she was measuring small, but they told me that she's actually like an estimate of 7 pounds already. And I was like, "Can we do the 3D?" And she's like, "I'll try, but it looks like she's covering her face." And she was the entire time. That's baby number 5, Juliana, Mia, Kira. I forgot all about Leah and Isabella. Poor Benji with 5 girls plus Judy. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Noah's up. I gotta take him to the bathroom. He wakes up all the time at this time to run to the bathroom. Give me 1 minute. Go, honey. Bathroom. This way. I'm back, guys. I'm sorry. So he was just sleepwalking really bad. Um, he tends to sleepwalk when he has to use a bathroom. I think I've mentioned that before, I'm pretty sure. He gets up and he'll like pee wherever. Like in my other apartment, I didn't realize that's what he was doing. So the first like 2 times that he did it, I like yelled at him because I had no idea he was sleepwalking. So I'd be in my living room watching TV or doing whatever. And he would open the bedroom door, come out to the living room, and just start peeing there. And I'd like yell at him. I'd be like, Noah, what are you doing? And he would just pee with his eyes open and everything. And by the second time, I like went up to him and I was like, what are you doing? And he would just not respond. He would look at me like this and continue doing his thing. So now I know that if he's getting up at this time after he's fallen asleep, it's because he has to pee. So I have to like guide him. So right now, where we live, it's their bedroom all the way on the other side. The bathroom is right next door. Then there's this hallway. It's the living room, and then there's another part of the hallway, and then my room. He was already like about to come here when I heard him like he wasn't he like goes like he's like when you really have to go and you can't hold it anymore. He was making those sounds. So that's why I got up and I told him, do you have to use the bathroom? And he just looked at me. And then I took him and he used the bathroom. I walked him over to his room right now and he started taking off his pants. I'm like, what are you doing? It's bedtime. Go lay down. And he's like, no, I gotta get ready for school. My poor kid. I feel like I have to tell the pediatrician about that because I don't know how normal it is for it happens constantly. Like I try to avoid having him like drink water or any liquids right before bed because I know like if I'm not really like if I'm asleep, I don't want him like walking around and just peeing wherever or hurting himself by mistake or crying. He'll usually start crying if he pees on himself, but he'll be like in another state. I know this is totally off topic, but what does y'all Mexican food like? Just curious. I'm sure it's not as good as it is in like Southern California and stuff, but I like it. It's pretty good. There's a lot of like in my area. I feel like there's a lot more Mexicans now. There's a lot of Central. It's a mix. It's a boiling pot where we are. There's a lot of Central Americans. This area was like all Cubans before, like 15, 20 years ago. It was completely like Little Havana. And I think they used to call it that before. It's changed a lot. But I feel like the Mexican food here is pretty good. Hi, Hannah. Drink raspberry leaf tea or make a tea out of cinnamon sticks. Okay, well, just cinnamon sticks? Nothing else? I've had raspberry leaf tea. My friend said she was gonna get me some. I drank that with Noah. If she has been stubborn already, then she will be a little diva and come when she wants. Important thing is she comes healthy. Yeah, I'm feeling her right now and she's having hiccups. Mary, I'm number 10 out of 10. That's a big family. Carmen is Puerto Rican. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Honduran. One of my favorite foods is Mexican. I'm not Mexican, but just love the food. Oh my God, that's funny to hear about, but I'm sure in the moment it is scary. It's not scary to me anymore. I just like look at him and I try to talk to him, but he's just not there. My boyfriend is scared of that. He's like, I've seen way too many scary movies, and the last thing I want is to have like Noah standing at the doorway. But he doesn't really do that. Like he does walk around like aimlessly, and but he's like whining at the same time because he has to use the bathroom. So it's not like he's just walking into walls and stuff. He was walking into like almost to the living room, almost here. He was like in between the living room and my room. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do this for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go. Make sure to keep locks to your apartment door high out of reach of Noah. That's a little scary. Yeah, my boyfriend, like, he would tell me, like, aren't you scared that he would? When we first moved here, I was like, the first 2 nights, I didn't really sleep because he's at like the other side of the apartment. And I was scared. Like, they always slept in the same room as me. So I was like nervous of having them in their own room. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Um, like right now I didn't even hear him open his bedroom door, and I can usually hear it, but I didn't hear him till I heard him whining like closer to here. But we do have like a chain on the door, and it's pretty high up. He cannot reach it at all. So we make sure we put that up every single night. It is kind of scary. Orion. And then Orion is like such an easygoing dog. He doesn't like bark or anything. Orion, come here. Orion. Hi. Hi. I'm gonna say hi. 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 Hi, Orion. Blake calls him Orion. Hi. Hi. What happened? It's the type of dog that if you get him started, he'll howl. Oh, I don't want to get you started. Oh, oh. Oh, what happened? Okay, okay, okay. Relax. Oh, what? What? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. He's a big baby. Okay, okay. Look here. I wish he would like stand still so you guys can see his eyes. He's gonna bring me his toy. Come here. Come here. Oh, Ryan. Yes, my nephew found his son at the top of the basement stairs. He had opened the basement door all by himself. They had to put a lock on the door. That's horrifying. It is so scary. No, we always make sure that every night like we put the lock on the door. I mean the little chain lock. I don't really like the name Orion. I don't know, but he named it after like Orion's belt or something. Something with a constellation. It's Orion. Orion. Orion, but Blake calls him Orion, so we've been calling him Orion. Orion, come here. Come here. He's bringing me his toy. Come. Oh, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm not bending down. Go. Give me. He's really smart too. Give me. Give it to me. He doesn't really have a tail. He has like a little nub too. So that's why we think he may be a mix of an Australian Shepherd and something else. Ryan, come here. Come here. Come. I like that he's like very independent. He can be needy at times, but he like stays to himself. He just follows us around. Hope Noah grows out of his sleepwalking. Me too. It only happens when he has to use the bathroom. So at this point, I know that like when I see him walking, I gotta grab him and go straight to the bathroom. Even when he was there peeing, like he was missing. He was like doing it outside. So as soon as I'm done here, I gotta go clean up. I just wanted him to like do his thing and go straight to bed. I had to change him because he got a little wet too. But I was like, "What are you doing?" When he was taking off his clothes, and he's like, "I gotta get ready for school." Poor thing. Come here. Come. Another garbage truck is passing by. Perfect timing every single time. Garbage truck this late. Yep. Garbage truck usually passes by around 8, between 8:30 to 10ish in my area. We're not allowed, like, you get a fine if you put out your garbage, I believe, before 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So the garbage goes out late. How are you doing tonight, Carmen? I'm good, David. How are you? Well, I think I'm gonna, with the garbage truck making all that noise, I think it's a sign for me to log off now. I guess if you work from 3 to 11, you can't get garbage. Nope. Um, Usually, like in my area, it's like a ton of buildings. And like in my building, for example, it's just like in the other one that I was in. Um, we have like a side of the building where everybody dumps all their garbage and the super's in charge of like dealing with that. So we don't throw it out every like here, I think it's every I don't even know the days here. But in my other building it was every Tuesday, every Monday and Thursday it was regular garbage and on Tuesdays it was recycling. We didn't worry about that. The super would always take out the trash. If you own a home, I really don't know how that works. Like if you can't take it out, then you missed a day. You're right. I've never even thought of that because I haven't really had to deal with that. But that's very true. And you definitely get a fine if you take out your garbage early, like before 6 o'clock or 7. But yeah, guys, I think I'll be on a few more times before Leia's here if she doesn't get here any sooner. But we'll be doing the countdown. Maybe I should just get on live every day until she's here. And then when I'm not on, you'll know why. We'll see. I'm doing really well tonight, Carmen. I'm really glad that your baby girl is coming really soon. Thank you, David. Well, guys, that's it for me tonight. I'll see you soon. I'll try to get back on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Have a good night. Thanks for always chatting with me. Bye.